Hello again, everybody. My name's Ray, and as per the name, I love to read. So I thought I'd do another video because I thought you might want to know how I got on with The Last Murder at the End of the World, which I was really, really excited about and did a whole video kind of fangirling over Stuart Turton and how great all his books are. So I absolutely gobbled this up and just wanted to let you know what my thoughts were. Also, this is the Waterstones edition with the yummy lighthouse on the side, and obviously the map which I showed you in the last video. But I also got the Goldsboro edition, and the Goldsboro edition is, you can probably get a bit more shine off it because it's still got a protective cover on, and yes, I read the whole thing with the protective cover on because I wanted it to stay nice. But we have a whole pink to yellow birds motif on the side, which is arguably less relevant than the lighthouse, but I love it. I love the colour scheme. I love both copies, and if I had to pick between them, well, I wouldn't. I just I regret nothing. I have both. So yeah, it was very difficult to describe. So it's a post-apocalyptic murder mystery, sci-fi, closed island thriller. Basically, there's killer fog, which is all full of insects that devour anyone that they touch. It seems to have spread over the whole world, apart from this little island that's full of people who are living a nice idyllic pastoral life, until one of the three elders, gets brutally murdered, and the fog starts moving in. And then, because the voice that's in all of their heads agrees, if the villager who has the most curiosity manages to solve it and offer up the offending culprit and execute them, then the fog will be stopped and the islanders will be saved. And yeah, it is just as absolutely bananas as it sounds. So, as with his other two books, it was very readable, nice short chapters with lots happening in them, loads of characters, loads going on, and just absolutely raced by. And with Stuart Turton's books, they're a little bit complicated. He doesn't like to take the easy route. I imagine he has a load of mind maps and spreadsheets and things like that going on when he's plotting these things out. It's one of those things where I reckon if I actually sat down and, kind of went through everything with a fine-tooth comb, there'd probably be plot holes galore. But I'm not going to do that because A, it's too complicated, because the kind of complexity kind of throws you off the scent there, and also I don't care. The books are so enjoyable. I don't want to pick them apart with a fine-tooth comb. I just want to bounce along for the ride and just go for it, really, because he's one of those authors that really just does get his ideas down and make you want to kind of jump on the Turton train, if that is indeed a thing. So yeah, I mean, I've given all three of his books 5 stars. I tend to give them 4 stars when I've just read them, and because no books are perfect. And then, as with any kind of emotional 5-star decision, a few weeks later, when I'm still thinking that was great fun and everything I've read since has been a bit boring, that's when it gets my 5-star Goodreads seal of approval. So this one I just 5-starred it straight away because I know what's gonna happen. There was clues, lots of clues, but you've got no chance of working it out, so don't even try. just go with it. There was lots of sci-fi weirdness. I actually felt more like I was in a video game. I think a lot of these kind of ideas were video game inspired, and I did get little whiffs of. I was I was thinking maybe Stuart Turton wrote the first draft, because he actually writes that he wrote a completely different book, then threw it away and started again. And I'm wondering if what happened was he wrote the first draft and then played Horizon Zero Dawn or something and was like, oh, I've got things here that I've got elements here that I can use. And then yeah, so yeah, I'm sure he's a gamer though. There's no way you can come up with this stuff and not be a gamer. 100% sure of that. So yeah, great characters that you're rooting for, and it just builds and builds to a climax where I was in a coffee shop and just had to know what happened next. I had to finish it off, so I actually ended up buying extra beverages to extend my stay before getting thoroughly kicked out of the coffee shop for staying too long with the same nursing the same cup of tea. And yeah, it was brilliant. I loved it. And I don't know what he's going to come up with next. So yeah, not disappointed, and highly recommend you all pick it up. Apparently the next one is going to be a more contemporary thriller, but I just love how all the books are so different from each other. I mean, as an author, you often get kind of like, for example, I feel bad for Richard Osman, who wrote the Thursday Murder Club, and everyone's like, more Thursday Murder Club! And so we know he's written several of them, but everyone's just like, more Thursday Murder Club! I mean, he might want to do something else. You tend to get stuck in a rut as a writer. Not that I would know. Nobody reads any other rubbish I write. But he just goes for it. Like, say, the first one was like a Groundhog Day, Victoriana style sci-fi murder mystery type thing. Second one was an historical boat mystery. And this one, like I say, post-apocalyptic sci-fi mystery, all sorts. So yeah, big fan. Love both my books. Hopefully going to go get them signed next week. I mean, they already are signed, but I don't know, maybe I can get them to I don't know, draw something silly in them.